The legendary Reverend Billy Graham is often called the pastor to the presidents. He's met with every U.S. president since Harry Truman. But the Graham family tradition generally does not endorse a presidential candidate.
And now Billy Graham's granddaughter says that she is unapologetically voting for Donald Trump. In a blog, she writes, quote, "My greatest concern for our country is the direction of the Supreme Court. If there is only one reason for Christians to vote, this is it." Her name is Cissie Graham Lynch. She joins us now here in the studio with her exclusive announcement right here on Fox and Friends.
Thank you all for having me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
What is your big announcement this morning?
Well, you know, I'm not here as a Graham. I don't speak on behalf of my grandfather. He's going to be 98 next week. The week of election. So I'm not here to speak on his behalf or my dad's. But to me, Christians have to vote. Christians right now want to say they can't vote for either candidate. We can't afford to sit out. This comes down to the Supreme Court and who's going to protect my rights as a Christian and my religious freedoms. I'm a mom. I'm coming as a mom who's concerned for the next generation. This isn't just an election for 4 to 8 years. This is generational when it comes to the Supreme Court.
Sure. Cissie, what are the issues that the Supreme Court will deal with in the next couple of years that really has you worried?
You know, me, it comes down, Christians are being persecuted here. My faith is in Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone. And Christians are being persecuted every day. We need people that are going to stand firm for our religious beliefs, not attack the faith-based institutions, and who are going to fight for the unborn.
What is your message to Christians that have a problem with both of the candidates and do say they're going to stay home?
I look at who Trump has surrounded himself with. He has surrounded himself with some godly men, Ben Carson, but he has chosen not just the counsel of Mike Pence, but as his running mate. Mike Pence doesn't just talk about his faith. He talks about his faith in Jesus Christ, and he is not ashamed of it. And I think Trump and Pence together will fight on the behalf of the Christian voice.
Sure. Cissie, I'm curious at your reaction to that Billy Bush tape that came out. NBC leaked it, showed some, before they got started, where they were in the bus, they were talking. Donald Trump said it was just locker room talk. Did that impact your decision in any way?
I don't know any Christian that makes excuses for it. It was vulgar and nasty. He has apologized for it. I've accepted his apology. But like I said, this is not about what he has said or what she has done. This comes down, as a Christian, we have to get out and vote because we have to vote for the Supreme Court.
So all that other stuff is just noise. It comes down to you, the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court.
What about Hillary Clinton, who has come out and said she somewhat apologized? She said she regrets using the email server.
Regrets and somewhat apologized. But for me, it comes down to who's going to fight at the Supreme Court. Just in the last debate, to listen to her in those first 5 minutes just candidly talk about abortion. This is murder. And as a
late-term abortion.
And we are on a national stage just talking about it, that it's okay and defending it. To me, it was so vulgar. I've been in Kurdistan in northern Iraq where I was at a mass graveyard where there was a bus full of unborn children and young children too, filled and buried alive. That's grotesque. And that was under Saddam Hussein. To me, there's no difference what we're doing here in the United States.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today here in New York City to announce that you are 100% behind Donald Trump. It all comes down to the Supreme Court.
And what a wonderful family. Your family has done so much for this country, and we thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm very proud of them.
You
should be.
Very nice. Cissie Graham Lynch.
Thank you.
Travel safely back to Florida.